Welcome to the neighborhood.
I heard some shots fired and heard people yelling and heard footsteps running.
Justin Klunk moved into a home on the 600 block of West Princess Street Thursday. By Friday morning, he was snapping pictures of a crime scene near his home.
And the cops, I was right in the middle of it. You know, I could have got astray real easy.
Police say someone shot a 26-year-old man in the head. They spent most of the morning gathering evidence. It's a sight people who live in this neighborhood are used to seeing.
Yeah, it's a common occurrence in this area of town. Like, just got to get used to it. You grow into it once you've seen it so much, just second nature.
But they say while gun violence is the norm, they struggle explaining it to their children.
When she hears it, she says, "Is that fireworks again, Mommy?" And I'm like, yeah, you know. But I feel we should be honest with her, though, too, at the same time, you know, but what do you do?
Now there's a growing desire among people in the community to take back their street.
It's really sickening. And people say enough is enough. Enough has been enough. There needs to be something done. How many people have to be shot or hurt, and how many children have to suffer, and people have to suffer until we get this straightened out.
95 is bid. I like it better, and now 100. 95 the bid and 100 next. Is there any advance beyond 95? Fair warning at 95. 95 for bidder number 800.
Moving fast, the mouth of auctioneer Joanne Grant had bids racing off her lips.
40 now to the room. 40, 50. Do you have 50?
50.
Day one of the artifact auction brought in top dollar sales via internet,
80.
phone,
We're selling at 50.
and of course, in person. Charles Bernheisel, bidder number 120 from Summerdale,
They start at 11:01.
eyed up some Wild West wonders.
Yeah, I saw a lot of interesting stuff. I liked old Western themed stuff, so this is a perfect setup.
This 50 is bid and 60, 70, 65.
What will be a week-long odyssey, according to Guernseys, will showcase and sell more than 3,500 lots of what some nickname Reed's relics. The former Harrisburg mayor reportedly spent more than $8 million over many years buying this and that and whatever this thing is.
Yes.
Besides bids, talk among collectors is the story behind the stuff.
Yeah, believe it or not, I've been there. That's a hot topic today. He hasn't gone to jail yet, so I guess it wasn't illegal.
Now people can win a piece of history, Harrisburg's tainted one, and whatever era these are from.
I actually think it's pretty cool.
For Darnell Pemberton, it's a competition.
My main draw is that I want a wagon. I want one of those wagons. And if I gotta convince wifey to take a tree out to put one in, I'm getting a wagon. I want one bad.
Upon meeting Al Nicolini, two things are made very clear. He's Italian.
Buongiorno, good morning.
And at 83, he's handed in his filter.
Like what attracted you to her?
I can't say it on TV.
He's referring to a rather buxom picture and portrait of his wife, Anna Loretta, at age 25.
Of her, and I sat down, and that's the results.
The spot next to Nicolini on his front porch swing has been empty for 8 days now.
She knew she had cancer around the first of the year. She never told me.
After 50 years together, bladder cancer was killing his bride. By May, she was admitted to Hershey Medical Center.
I was sitting by her bedside, and the phone rang.
His wife answered. Quickly, confused, she handed the phone back to him.
Believe it or not, I said to her, she understood a little then. I said, it was a telemarketer trying to sell you windows.
Anna Loretta died 10 days later. And while he praises the care that his wife received, he can't seem to cope with that call.
With this modern technology, you can't tell me that they can't block those calls? Get out of here.
For that, he says he 100% blames the hospital. All things considered, Nicolini's spirits are high and his laugh infectious. And while he doesn't seem to know too much about TV cameras...
Oh, it's rolling itself.
It's rolling right now.
It's rolling now.
Yeah, it is.
He does seem to know a good bit about life.
And today is the first day of the rest of my life, and yours, and yours.
Ward, and they voted in Harrisburg 13-2.
9-1. Oh, wow.
Democracy in action. Ward by ward, Dauphin County Election Board workers tallied each individual primary vote.
We'll be going through making sure that all the write-in votes have been counted, all the absentees have been counted. We'll merge those together with the machine totals.
9-4.
Specifically, Harrisburg's mayoral race. Of the 424 Republican write-in votes, a minimum of 100 votes are needed to make November's general election ballot. But when counting began, something became quite clear.
Mayor Republican Eric Pappenfuss.
Mayor Republican Dan Miller.
Okay, Mayor Republican Dan Miller.
Mayor Republican Eric Pappenfuss.
1, 2.
Dan Miller and Democratic primary winner Eric Pappenfuss were on pace to grab at least 100 write-in votes. However, because some votes
Pappenfuss.
Papus.
Papus.
misspelled Pappenfuss, everything is unofficial until the election board agrees on spelling and total counts and certifies these votes. And this ballot business isn't easy.
I can't read it.
Especially when voters' chicken scratch
But their writing is really bad.
is illegible. And when you spend hours going precinct by precinct, vote by vote, you find humor in the small things, like corner votes for
Thomas Corbett.
boring, perhaps, important, ask any American.
This is going to be a very methodical and thorough process to ensure that every vote that was cast is counted and part of the final totals.
We're done.
You gotta fence it in.
A conversation between two women on West Princess.
Like you're trapped. They used to fight. Now, nobody wants to get hurt. Everybody wants to kill.
Different languages describe the same thing.
One after another. Boom, 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 boom. She said she hit the floor with her kids. I looked out the window and one of the guys dropped here and dragged himself through there and ran in here.
A bloodied man unable to walk pulled himself inside of Carmen Cruz's home early Tuesday morning. He, along with 3 others, had been shot. But after the gunfire stopped,
It was like a silence.
and silently watching it all, this storefront camera, which captured 2 men firing their rounds from the intersection of Princess and Belvedere.
I see 3 people already.
Total 4.
Those victims are now recovering, all 4 under the age of 20. It is known as the most violent street in York.
Just holding a conversation.
Ortiz now fears both her safety and her investment.
You can't sell, because who's gonna buy? You can't rent, because who you gonna rent to? What decent family is gonna rent here?
For sale, for rent, foreclosed, forgotten. And in the middle of it, a conversation between 2 women on West Princess.
They closed it up, all of it.
It was a good feeling to pull the trucks up and start loading it today, knowing that today was the day it was going to find its home. It was a lot of work and a lot of time. Yeah, to make the hole larger.
We've made a lot of progress in a week.
10 5/8.
I think this is not something you want to take apart and put back together more than once.
We're doing some fine tuning, last minute fitting. It definitely takes a team to do it. Yep, we got her.
All of these things were in pieces lying on the floor, and now they're all kind of put together.
Maybe twist the rod, Steve.
It's pretty amazing how quickly it comes together.
Now I want to make sure though, guys, this is, like square. I guess it is, because we got 10.5 everywhere, so.
The stenographics guys haven't really slept in a couple of weeks because they had a lot to do on a really short period of time.
All right, we'll finish assembly tonight.
Yeah. Tell me when you're ready.
Go ahead, right there. Okay. These projects are labor intensive, time intensive, and a lot of thought goes in.
Y'all guys ready?
Milton Hershey loved trying new things, and new machines, and new ideas.
Way up there.
If he was here today, what we went through and the trials and tribulations and the work and effort that it took to put it all together.
At least a quarter.
So we kind of feel like this is really something that he would have enjoyed were he here.
came out great, and we're really happy with it. Looks good. Good job, man.
I'm really happy to be able to see people using it because I think it's just an amazing, amazing thing.